All right, guys. Today we're going to be talking about drugs. Drugs.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Yeah. It's your boy Champ, and this is the Champ is Here show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, MrLongchamp here, co-hosting.
Co-hosting, and Six couldn't be here today. She had some family things going on. She had to, spend some time with the family. But the show must go on.
Yes, sir.
So today I want to talk about, obviously you guys are hearing about DMX, one of my all-time favorite rappers, who brought the gritty. He brought the gritty with the bars. I know they had other rappers that were gritty rappers, but he was the one that came through, busting through the door. Stop, drop, shut it down over them shop.
The anthem, the Rough Riders anthem.
The Rough Riders anthem.
That was the
That was exactly what I was just sung,
singing.
of what I was singing. Got you. You had a couple, you know what I mean? Dark and Hell is Hot, Flesh of My Flesh, you know. After that, he went on a decline. I mean, maybe this is not the right time to say that his career was after that for me, but
That's another discussion.
yeah, but he definitely was always an ill lyricist. So I don't know if you heard the interview. Basically, well, first though, he OD'd. He just recently OD'd, and we're hearing that he was revived 3 times. I guess he died, came back to life, died, came back to life again. And today, yeah, man. So it was kind of messed up what happened to him. He said that in an interview how he had an OG and he didn't even know that the dude put, I believe it was weed. I mean, crack in the weed.
Yeah, back in the when he was like really young,
Yeah,
like a kid.
yeah, like a kid, bro. Like, who does that? So he trusted the guy, and from what I'm hearing, when it comes to crack, the minute you hit it, you're like instantly hooked. Like it's like that first pull. Whoa, you're like whoa. It's like the hood limitless pill. Like it opens your mind. It just opens you up to like whoa. You know what I'm saying too? PJ limitless pill. You know what I mean?
Hood limitless. Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's the same equivalent, but
It's the hood limit.
so you can do anything as you think you can, right?
No. Listen, crackheads can do anything. They could do anything they put their minds to. Like they have superhuman strength.
That's a fact.
They have creativity out the wazoo.
They hustle crazy. They will sell anything. They will sell you anything.
Hard money stack, get that dough, get that crack. You know what I'm saying too? Like they go hard. They're super what's that word I'm looking for? They have ingenuity like crazy. They can find anything. They can get anything. I don't know how they do it, but I digress. So
Yeah.
what is your take on that? Like how do you feel about that?
About what he went through in the past, or just like what he's going through right now. I mean,
Right, a little bit of both.
everything.
I mean, yeah, because when we found out that DMX was smoking crack, we're like, come on, X. Like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like we heard, I think I heard about like the same way for me. It was definitely one of my favorite rappers growing up. So like aside from like Eminem, Jay-Z, but when I first heard that, yeah, I was definitely like really disappointed. Like back in the day when I was like, damn. And this is before like I think because I know he's definitely gone through a lot of ups and downs. And then like you heard like he was recovering, and then like he was better, and then like I think he's trying to make music again. So I know he went through a lot of the ups and downs. But back then, yeah, I was super disappointed. That was before I heard the interview. where I knew that like he went, he had been exposed to it at like such a young age, and that wasn't really something he controlled.
Right, man. I think
So
I'm like when I
then
found out,
then I kind of felt bad. It was like, damn,
yeah,
that goes. It's like
100%. Nah, because I'm hearing about it and I'm like, yo, people still smoke crack. When I found out, I'm like, what? Crack? Come on, man. You in
back in
Arizona?
the '80s.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Like, he went to Arizona. He's like, yo, no. He went to a spot no one could find him. He's like, yo, I'm about to smoke these rocks up crazy. But again, when I found out what he did, so drug addiction. Drug addiction is something that's really powerful. I noticed that when it was in in the communities, people getting locked up, but now it's in the burbs, people are getting help now, things change. So but drug addiction is real. And it's something that he's been suffering for years. It's not easy to kick, you know what I mean? It's not easy to kick, but what does that say about the mind? Can someone say what makes a difference between someone that says, you know what, I'm gonna fall back, this is not gonna stop me, I'm gonna push forward, and someone to relapse? What causes that, because once you're an addict, you're always an addict. You're always a recovering addict, and all you're doing is counting the days from your first from your last relapse.
Right.
You know, so I'm saying to myself, but I knew I had a friend of mine who um who was basically addicted. He was popping pills, and I worked with him. And one time he flipped out on me. He was like, "Yo, champ, you don't know what it's like." And let me tell you, he told me that he even went away. Someone promised him, said, "Yo, listen, I'll pay for your trip. You just got to come with me. I'll pay for your trip to go out with me." The dude was gay.
Hey, yo.
Dude was gay.
Yo.
And he gave his girl a story why he's dipping. And I don't even have to go into detail. You knew
Yeah.
what was going on. Gabe, you know what was going on. I don't gotta tell you. He didn't say, he left it at that, but I knew. I knew what he was trying to say. He said, yo, you don't know what it's like. And there was a movie, um, great movie, you should check it out. It's called Requiem of a Dream, or Requiem of a Dream. And it's a movie with Marlon Wayans in it. And while they were playing the movie, he said that, do you know what it is to be like an addict? He told the actors and actresses, what you should do is abstain for 30 days from sugar and sex. And you'll see what an addict goes. That's just a little snippet of what an addict goes through.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Especially, I would say, with the sugar thing. Like, sugar is definitely it's definitely a drug.
Come on.
Uh,
Yo, the
which is
first,
why, like me, as like whenever as far as like nutrition, any nutritional advice I give to people, that's one of the first things I tell them to cut, and I always tell them to like try to cut down because I know how difficult it can be to just completely just give it up, and like going cold turkey for some people makes them
yo,
go back even harder.
let me tell you something. I remember the first time I went vegan. I went vegan cold turkey. This is like 6 years ago.
Yeah, you wildin'. You was
I went
wildin'.
vegan cold turkey. I didn't know what to eat at the time. I wasn't.
No, no pun intended, right? Cold turkey. Cold turkey.
So I went cold turkey, and I was trying. I'm in construction. I'm working, and I need my stomach is growling in an hour because I'm eating salad. I didn't know what else to get. One day, I took a sip of Mountain Dew. The next thing I knew, after I took the sip, I took the whole 2 liter to the face. Boop, 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 boop. Drank that whole 2 liter. You see all of my memories and all of the feelings of the things, and that's the worst soda in the world. It tastes so good, but it's the worst soda in the world. I think so.
Nah, I think dark soda is like is worse.
Whatever.
I don't know. I mean, I guess the coloring and whatever.
Yo, all my memories of all the things that I ate came back. I went back with a vengeance. Burgers, chicken, for everything. I was just eating it. I was eating everything. So I get it. I can see how you can relapse, you know? I can see how, and it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. When he was clean, real proud of the guy, but it's not easy. So, you know, it's cocaine's a hell of a drug. Cocaine,
Like Charlie Murphy said.
yeah, it's
And I
real.
was gonna mention that. I was like they do like a lot of comics and movies definitely like play or make a lot of jokes about that kind of stuff. Like Chappelle's show when they had like Ashley Larry and not Ashley Larry. Damn, I forgot the character that David played, the one that would be like always like scratching and like saying like
I
yo
don't remember his
yo
name.
you
You know,
like they would
what's his name? Like Bingham, something with the red hat. I don't remember. Crack.
yeah. You know what I'm talking about, though. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
though. You know what I mean? But that's it's a real representation of what
So,
some of those people be like.
but what I'm saying is, do you? I know it's difficult. It's super difficult, but is it still an excuse
When you say that, you mean like what do you mean?
to relapse?
Nah, I mean, well, this is the thing, and this is the thing that like they'll tell you like in a lot of those like meetings when like when you go to group meetings, like people who are trying to change or whatever. It's always about the people who you're around. It's always about they always tell you got to change who you're around. You got to change your environment, so this way you're not tempted to be around those kind of situations again. And it's definitely not easy. You know what I mean? Especially if those are the only type of friends you have. It's like okay, now you're just gonna be lonely. You're not gonna be around nobody, and that's going to make it and that's one of the like when you're lonely, when you're hungry, I forgot what's the other thing, but like when you're going through those type of feelings, that those are the things that can make it much easier for you to relapse and go back to
And I know these things that they definitely have a program. Like, if you feel like you have the urge, there's a partner that you should communicate with.
like you have like a sponsor or like an
Sponsor or
accountability buddy.
yeah, an
um,
accountability buddy, somebody that says, "Hey, no, stop, don't do it. Just keep going. You have another day. Just conquer the day." This is my take on it, right? I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know all of these things, but if one person can do it, then it's not an excuse. It's tough. It's
yeah,
tough,
it's going to be different for everyone. Everyone's going to have their challenges.
right? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's tough. It's like when you seen that show Marco Polo on Netflix. It was a while ago. Dope show.
Yeah. I've seen it before.
Well, I believe he met Genghis Khan, and
Yeah.
he told him, he said, "Listen, do me a favor to pass the test to see if you're gonna rock with me." He told him to go through a house. He had to make it to the other side, and in the house were nothing but women, and each woman, he only has sex with those women once a year, each one. So they're all,
How many women?
oh my God. It's like 365 women in there.
Oh, that's the flavor. That's what you call the flavor of life. Every time.
Bro, he told them, he said, listen, these women only get the D once a year, each one of them. That's it. One person. Then
That's
the next
rough.
day,
So
one
wait,
person.
you talking about so as the woman, you only have sex one time of the year.
It's something like that. Maybe I'm over exaggerating the number of women in there, but it was a lot of women in the house. He told them, "Yo, I only have sex with them once a year." So he walks through there as a test.
Yeah.
He walks through there, and these women are like, "Yo!" They see him, they're like, "Oh my god!" They're touching him, they're kissing on his neck, and he has to have the fortitude to make it through the house. It's tough. It's tough, especially if you ain't smashing a minute either. And you
It's
got
crazy.
you're looking at women kiss other women. You know what I mean? I this is just from a guy's point of view, ladies. You know, I don't want this to come off misogynistic or nothing like that. But it's just a guy's life.
Like, where's six at?
You know what I mean? What's six at? Damn, man. You know what I'm saying? So he makes it through, and I'm like, oh my god, what would I do? You know what I mean? At the time where the show is at, you know what I mean? I know what I would do now. I know what I would. You know what I'm saying? Too, I'm gonna resist.
You're gonna have the right answer. Is what you're gonna what you're gonna do.
Facts. Yeah. Today, you know what I mean? But then when I was single,
It was a bad boy.
come on. Come on. I don't know what I was gonna do. I'm like, yo, Genghis Khan, it was good meeting you, my G. It was good meeting you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to go home though. Like,
But guess what? What I'm saying is he made it through.
that's
And when
what's up.
you got people that can make it through, it's just a different mental strength that they have. And not to say that DMX, he was abused. He was abused as a kid. It's not like he was smoking crack at 21. The fact that his brain was still developing, he had an unfair disadvantage
Right.
than everybody else. This is America made him the way he is. His country made him. His community made him. His people, his city, whatever you want to call it, his government made him the way he is. Like, what I'm saying is, as a society, society needs to take responsibility for this man, not just him, not just his parents. He's responsible for the way he is. You know, not to victim blame or anything like that.
Right, of course. Yeah.
It's tough. It's a tough situation, and basically, I hope he pulls through.
Yeah,
Just
definitely sending all the prayers and well wishes and all that.
yeah. Just wanted your take on it. All I know is, and I'll just finally say this: manage your mind, because even though this is an addiction of great magnitude, we as a people, we have smaller addictions. We're addicted to social media. We're addicted to fatty foods. We're addicted to sugar. We're addicted to sex. We're addicted to likes. All these little nuances that you think. So don't pass judgment on people until you understand what they're going through.
Well said.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. Because I used to be one of those people. Yo, you stink. Yo, why are you doing that? Why you smoking that? Oh, you're a loser. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Wrapping it up.
yes, sir. Any
Shout
so
outs. Oh,
want
you
to thank
wanted to say something?
the listeners,
Oh,
for
go.
continuously listening. Yeah, I got this. Don't worry, Gabe. Thank you, listeners. Are dedicated. We're on Spotify, Apple Music. The I Gabe, you know the rest. I don't know all the.
Yeah. So appreciate the audience. Appreciate you guys, all our listeners, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, of course. Definitely want to give a quick shout out to BT Group. Shout out to Longchamp Training. You see the gains. You see me out here. You know what I mean? Quick shout out to Six. She couldn't be here tonight, but definitely shout out, Home by Six and Lee Bulldogs. You know what I mean? I had some fun watching them today, but yeah, that's my shout outs.
Okay. Big shout out to I want to shout out AP Records. Definitely heavy supporter. Appreciate them. Big shout out to 9 to 5 Killers. Um, they're doing great things. Educating the community on how to become investors and business owners. Uh, I want to definitely shout out to Team Tunes, still pumping the Afro beats. Appreciate you guys.
Sure.
Shout out to Brooklyn Cove, but Big Boss is coming soon. Big shout out to Moving Keys, Lee Realty Group. Big shout out to Longchamp Success. You know, we,
Sure.
we on the rise. So if I missed anybody, but shout out to the panel, championship show. Appreciate you guys. Big shout out to Six. Couldn't be here today. She's a mom. She's a mommy. If it's full time, it's a full time job. Basically there was a study saying that being a full time mom is like having 2.5 full time job. No, 3.5 full time jobs.
Wow. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, combined. It's three and a half jobs combined. I'm like, Jesus, are they over exaggerating? Like 3.5. And I really thought about it. I'm like, you know what?
You know what it's like when you gotta watch the kids. Yeah. You a chef, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, you are
You're an
just
entertainer, you're you're
a
you're,
masseuse,
you're a
you are
therapist,
you're a teacher.
teacher, yeah.
Oh my God, you are a personal trainer.
Yeah,
It's
so shout out to the moms real quick. Appreciate any of the
shout
moms
out
that
to the
definitely.
big shout out to the moms. Mom's job do not stop. I know. I'm
Also,
watching.
shout out to our pops too. Tomorrow's his birthday. It's still Aries season.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and yeah. And by the time this comes out, shout out to you, Kev. Shout out to you.
Oh yeah.
Early birthday. Yeah.
B
Shout
day
out to you. Your birthday is this week.
9th, baby. April 9th. April 9th. The biggest Aries day.
Biggest Aries.
Hell yeah. The biggest one. The 9th. That's God's number. Number 9, numerology. Yeah. That's a Fendi. I didn't make this up. It was there before me. So anyway, okay, shout out to you. Appreciate you, my guy.
Yeah.
And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Cheer.